Hey guys, it's Sam with Hudson. I just wanted to get into Op Center today and cover the feature of Autopath from Boundaries. This was released with the 24-1 display software release. You also have to have Automation 4.0 on Gen 4 displays, or you have to have the G5 advanced license. You also need to be utilizing SF3 or higher signal, so SF3, SFRTK, or radio RTK. But from Op Center, there's a way to go in and add these AutoPath from boundary guidance lines within Op Center. You can also utilize this in display. Looks a whole lot different in the display, so I'll probably make a different video for that. But to go in and add an AutoPath from boundaries guidance plan, what you'll want to do is come over here and select your field that you want to utilize. Then you want to go into land. And once you get in there, you'll get a overview of your land that you're used to seeing. You'll want to come up here and click Add, and we are going to select Autopath from Boundaries, and we're going to generate a guidance line for the entire field. Down here at the bottom, we need to type in what track spacing we would like to preview that plan with. So everything we do over there is on 40-foot increments, so we'll just type in 40 foot. And then instantly what you'll see here is that Autopath from Boundaries requires a um, headland around our exterior boundary. So what we'll want to do is go in and type in our headland, how many feet of headland. I'm going to do a constant offset here, but you also have the option to do just a top and bottom offset if you need to. So I'm going to do a constant offset of 80 feet around the field. Again, you can go in and change that if you need to. For instance, if you were using a 60-foot planter and you put 2 end rows on, you would use 120 foot. But in this case, we're going to use a 40-foot planter or 40-foot track spacing essentially, and we're going to do 2 end rows. So we'll hit save. So there we've generated our headlands all the way around the field, and now we are getting into editing our AutoPath from boundaries plan. You have to type in a name here, so you can come in, type in, for instance, we'll do planting. And then once we get down here, we have our different types of methods that it uses to generate these guidance plans from. So it defaults to a line from boundary, and it always selects your longest side of the boundary. You can come in here and select that and change it however you need to. Or you can go all the way around like this. I said you can drag that point wherever you need to. Same thing with this one, drag it however you need to, and it will go based off that. But I would always recommend using that longest side to the boundary. You can come in here and also set it from a heading angle. So if you have a specific angle that you want to plant at or spray at or whatever it may be, you can come in here and type that in. So for instance, we can type in 95 degrees, and there you can see it's going to generate each guidance pass for us based off that 95-degree heading. You also have the option to come in and have it generated from an existing guidance track. So here's our corn plant 23, very similar to that 95-degree heading as you saw, 96.64, and going to give us about the exact same amount of passes. So you can also see up here we have 2 headland passes, so 2 passes all the way around. And then we have 22 infield passes. So from inside the headland all the way to the other side of inside the headland, 22 passes. Again, you can kind of come in here and play with some of this stuff and see what gets you the most optimum amount of passes. But then you have, like I said, you have those 3 options to come in here and generate those if you need to. Another option you have down here is headland track shifts. So if you want to shift in or shift out from that headland, you have that option here too. This would be, for instance, like if you were wanting to shift an already used AutoPath from boundaries guidance plan. For example, if you were using Autopath from boundaries to apply anhydrous and you wanted to plant your corn in between your anhydrous strips, you would come in here and you would want to shift that line 15 inches one way or the other. It would be hard to say here on these headland tracks whether you want to be shift in and shift out, but that would be up to your judgment. And then again, field tracks. Which way do we want to shift, north or south? You can just look at your map there, and then we type in how many inches are we going to shift. And then once you get done with that, you can hit save. And so now we have our Autopath from boundaries line set up in there. And if we go into guidance, we have this guidance plan available for us to send out to machines. You do have the option within Work Planner. If you're utilizing Work Planner, it will automatically send your Autopath from boundaries out as well too. But like I said, now within guidance, we have that option to go in and view these Autopath from boundaries. And again, you can have multiple ones per field. So if you had different ones you wanted to use for tillage, planting, so tillage, you may want to put a different angle on it. You can have that as well too. But like I said, just wanted to give you a pretty good overview of this and how to use it. It is different from Autopath from rows, where Autopath from rows is mapping out the future passes for you in the field, where this is generating it for you based off guidance lines or a set point on a boundary.